I delivered the PRITHVI 1 year ahead of time. 1 year ahead of time. Army was not ready with their sheds to receive the PRITHVI from the production agency. Beautiful house in which we stayed in Washington when we were there for the lighting up ceremony where Truman was present. He lighted it and we were sitting as guests, his guests. Mrs. Lowry says, they used to call me Babu. Sorry, Babu, we had to vacate that house because our neighbors objected to our having colored people as guests in our house. This was America for me in 1948. I said, I am never coming back to this country. I'll either stay in India or do whatever I can. That decision was made when I was 13 years old. I don't come back to America if they're not going to respect colored people or Indians. Today Trump is there. Let him be. Anyway, we did this thing. UECI was there, quite happy, doing many things. My dream was to build atomic power stations in India because Eisenhower had brought in this Atoms for Peace train. We all went on interview. Many of you would have gone to SSBs. I also went. Army selected me, and I knew the same day. Atomic Energy's interview came the day I was joining DRDO. I attended the interview. I thought I won't get selected. I've done my quota of front rows, back rows, budget packs and all. 2 months later, Atomic Energy tells me this year selected. You will join the first course in the Bark School for Atomic Energy. It's too late. I was quite happy after the front rows and back rows. We passed out, got the first thing, got posted to EME. First posting was in J&K. You've seen many of the places here, in the maps which are there. You saw Bhimber, you saw Rajouri, you saw Nowshera. We are building the road there, parallel to the ceasefire line. Other side is Pakistan, we are on this side. I was in 25 days. But we had enough excitement because every night some shells will be lobbed at us or some explosions would occur. We did that, saw the winter in Kashmir. Then we were mood posted for meeting summer in Rajasthan. Then Arun asked how many of you have seen cold, how many of you have seen summer, have seen both. Then 14,000 feet over Sela because we broke. We're building that road, border roads I was doing. And to Tawang, my workshop was at 12,000 feet. I was a mechanical engineer repairing bulldozers. But seeing what I could not do, I decided to learn electronics. I learned electronics. Again posted back to the same place, looking at now electronic equipment in the picket posts facing Pakistan. Okay. Then somewhere out of this thing, the army decided, let us send this fellow, he seems to be floating around, send him for missiles. So I did a missile course in IIT Pune. After the course, I was posted to DRDO. I was taken to a room, and they said, this is the room. Went in, saw the big missile. It was a SAM-2. The SAM-2 had brought down the U-2 of Gary Powers. Russians never thought it would be brought down. The SAM-2 brought it. Now, they gave it to India after a brilliant show in 1962 against the Chinese. Now, they were not giving us spares. I went to Delhi airport, and they said, we have got these spares. Most of them are not operational. I cannot defend Delhi. I cannot defend Madras. I cannot defend Bombay. I cannot defend Calcutta. Can you give us a feasibility report whether this can be indigenized? We gave a feasibility. You can go anywhere in India. 3 of us, we gave a feasibility report. This can be done. Gave it to our director. He looked at it and he said, I was young majors then. You chaps think this project will be sanctioned? Go and cut everything by 50% to get the project sanctioned. I'm army. I obeyed. I went out. Did something about getting back. I got back. Told my director, sir, we are young. We may be wrong, but we believe we are right, and we are not changing the report. The director was an Air Commodore. He was furious. He told me, get lost. That means I'm finished. No more missiles for me. Next chance I get, I'll be back in the borders. I was doing then I applied for ME Institute here. ME here. I did ME. I was in Israel doing a final project. When I got a letter from the new director saying that report which you fellows gave 3.5 years ago has now been sanctioned by the government in toto. I want you to come back to DRDO. He wrote to me, you come back. Then I told him, sir, I'm willing to come. But you have to ask the army, you have to ask the DRDO. And if I come back now, I come back permanently. And I went back and joined 39 Infantry Div in the north. 4 months later, the letter came. You are posted to DRDL, along with another letter. Arun, it was an advanced career certificate. If you have done 15 years service in the army by this time, I have to surrender that service. That means my promotions are that I may not get, along with my course mate. I was first in my course. I told my wife, this is the condition. If you agree, I'll accept this offer. She was a great lady. She accepted. I joined. And we indigenized that SAM in the time I had indicated. 7 years it was done. But at that time, the Air Force said, we don't need this aircraft now. Ramana was the scientific advisor. Sorry. And he said, Air Marshal, only 1 month ago you said you wanted 50 of these missiles. He says, Air Marshal says, it was an error of judgment. Ramana told him, in future, if you want anything to be done by DRDO, you must give the production order also. Then only we'll take it up. So we have to take a challenge. As he said, we also have to be aggressive. You see, if something happens like that, we should be able to stand that aggression, which you have indicated. Okay, that was done. And after that, he left. Dr. Kalam joined us, and they put up the 5 missiles called the Integrated Guided Missile Program. Meanwhile, I had joined external registration PhD again in Aero. And I put it up and put my director, and he looked at it and he said, why are you wasting your time? I didn't say anything. Anyway, he can't stop it. It went there, got sanctioned, I got selected, and I joined Aero again. And I was now in 83 writing my final PhD thesis report. When Dr. Kalam came back, I told my wife, Nalini, once this is over, I'll be free. You can go around a little bit. He came, and then he said, Sundaram, you have to lead the project, you have to lead the design team for PRITHVI and be the project director. I know what that means. I said 10 years. I need 10 years for the thing to happen. Went back and told me, I accept this, Nalini, if you accept. She accepted a little bit after some of this thing. Then I went back and told Kalam, Dr. Kalam, Nalini has allowed me, I will join. Right, Sundaram? Oh, good. Then, but I said, sir, I have some conditions. First one I said was, I want a user representative sitting in my office. I'll be using maximum indigenous systems. I will not compromise on quality. I will follow all rules and regulations. There will be complete transparency between me, the academia, R&D, and industry, and the users. Sundaram, you're laying so many conditions. You're a funny guy. Dr. Kalam, if you accept this, I accept you. Accept what you're saying. Otherwise, you leave me. I don't accept this job under any other conditions. He didn't say anything, but I said, you don't have to say, you back me, what I do. Because everybody will call me a fool. Well, how can you do this in India? They said you're in utopia. Your project will not take off. It will fail. All that was done. But I got my team, went to them. Then he said, these are my schedules. He put across a book to me. I said, Dr. Kalam, I pushed it back to him and said, Dr. Kalam, I'll tell you after 1 month. I talked to my team, worked out our plans, and told them, I went back to Dr. Kalam and told them I'll do my first flight in 4.5 years, February 1988. 4.5 years? What will Delhi think? I said, I don't know about Delhi. I need 4.5 years. But he also said that given a date when it should be inducted into the army, I'll meet that. He didn't say anything. He accepted. I did it. But everybody told me I was a fool. The French offered a transfer of technology for a strapped-down initial navigation system. I rejected it in HAL. Again, they said, you are a fool. You are an army fellow, landbar. What do you know about research? What do you know about design? What do you know about development? All these things were thrown at me. But I have given a 4.5 years commitment. We made our people work. And the first thing I said to my navigation chief, Banerjee, I took him for a walk 6 o'clock in the morning in Lucknow. Banerjee, your team can do it. I'll support you. Do you accept the challenge? After some time, he said, I accept. I went to the control man. He had done the control for SLV3. Kadam, you're going to the controls. No problem, sir. I have done it for SLV3. I'm making it for SLV. I'm doing for PSLV also. Kadam, tell me, is it digital or analog? Analog, sir. No, Kadam, I want digital. Digital I've never done. I want digital. Sir, it will get delayed. You don't worry about me. I'll take care of that. But are you agreed that that's the correct route to do now? Technologies have changed. Yes, sir, I agree, but I'll be late. I have to study. I accept. Then I went to the computer. Raman sir, ఏమండి చేయాలా చేస్తారా చేస్తాను సార్ ISRO has done it. They are doing it for PSLV. Tell me this thing, does it accept floating point or fixed point? Fixed point, sir. No, Gada. No, Raman sir, I want floating point. It cannot handle the satellite vehicle is gentle. My missile is a beast. I cannot tell you what is minimum, what is maximum. I want a floating point. So then it will take time. I have to go to Intergo. I'll take time. Take it. I launched that in 4.5 years. When I launched pad, people said, Sundaram, your team has worked hard, but इतना देसी सामान इस्तेमाल किया है, ये तो fail होना ही है. In Tamil, they will say, என்னப்பா இப்படி பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க எப்படிப்பா பறக்கும்? There was not a single glitch. Kalam was at the back. It went through. At the end, he stood up and shouted, the funny guys, they have done it. That was the first step. I delivered the PRITHVI. I delivered the PRITHVI 1 year ahead of time. 1 year ahead of time. Army was not ready with their sheds to receive the PRITHVI from the production agency. So if you make our mind, we will stand firm. And in all this, I have used institute, Bengal Engineering College, various academia, and I used industry. We are doing parallel, like what Prahlada has told you. You see, we are doing parallelly with industry, not separately, not sequentially. It was in parallel. Mistakes were done. For Prahlada, the phase shifter came from Mysore, Bharati Bhatt. For me, the chip, I got a chip fabricated with the technology which is available to me in Kritraj from 1 micron. They need not give me. If they don't give, I'll have my own this thing from Bangalore. They said, my chip was this big. They said, sir, if I do the imported one, it is only this much. I said, so what? PRITHVI is 5 tons. Whether the pitch is this much or this much makes no difference to me. It does the job. And it's more resistant to hacking, more resistant to other environmental things. And that computer has never failed. I was launching the Kalam did give me to go at 93. He left me at 97. I agreed. Then my deputy Saraswat came. Some of you knowing Saraswat. Sir, Dr. Kalam has left to let you go. I have not agreed. I am your deputy. What Kalam? No, you have to Kalam whenever I call you. I will come. The last mission for PRITHVI was in 2013. I was 78. After that, he allowed me to go home. So you make up your mind, India can go. I didn't want to go. Take all this to you. And when I left, the Kalam was doing the last time. The right of the walkout was done.